Good morning, beautifuls. Naturally Nick here, and I just wanted to pop on this morning because I just wanted to share some of the tips that myself have found and my clients have found that help save time and money in the kitchen. Now, the first one is using click and collect or click and deliver with some of the bigger food stores like Coles and Woolies. Now, a lot of my clients didn't know that this existed, and you can actually get on the computer, order all your food, and then just go in and collect it the next day. Some of them even deliver. Now, you have to spend about $100, but it just saves so much time. And for many of my clients, this has just revolutionised their life, because now all that time that they would normally spend shopping, they now spend preparing in the kitchen. So one of the complaints that I hear, though, when I suggest that you do a menu and you shop once a week, is that, oh, the veggies don't last. And that's quite true, especially up here in Port Hedland, where our veggies have to travel so far. How I overcame that problem, because I've lived up here for 20 years, is that I would start my week, so when I'd done my shopping, I would start my week using the most perishable vegetables. So I would start and use the kale and the spinach, and then I would move on to the broccoli and the cabbage and the beans, and then by the end of the week it was cabbage and carrots, because they last a lot longer in the fridge. So there's always a way around these problems. The next thing that I would do, my next biggest tip, is absolutely do a menu. So I started off, I had a family of 6, sitting down every week and doing my weekly list and my weekly menu of what I was going to eat. Now, eventually I got sick of that. That was still taking up too much time. So I did a 3-week cyclic menu, because when you think about it, we really do eat the same things every week, or a variation of it. So we have a roast every week, we have a barbecue every week, we probably do some kind of Mexican every week. So I sat down and I thought, well, I'll do roast chicken, roast beef, roast lamb. We'll have this. So think about doing some kind of cyclic menu, because then I never had to think about what I was going to eat. And sometimes I would chop and change a little bit for the seasons. So in winter, might have more soups. In summer, have more salads. But it just took that effort out of it. And when you know what you're having, it's far less likely that you are going to have to succumb to the takeaways. Now, speaking about takeaways, the other thing that I did is that I always had some emergency meals in the freezer. Now, for me, this was spring rolls, homemade spring rolls, because they were the easiest. You could take them from the freezer and put them straight in the oven, and in 20-30 minutes, you had a meal. Now, I often use this just for myself, because my partner and my children didn't always want my food. They sometimes wanted to have the takeaway. But I didn't want to put takeaway into my body. So I would have things that I could use as an emergency. So just think about that one as well. And I think that's all. The other one, that's right, my third tip, was I have a lot of clients who are on their own. They work late, get home at 8 o'clock at night, and often they buy takeaway because they're just so tired they don't know what to have. Now, I've suggested that other than the spring rolls, which are a great idea, or some kind of emergency meal that you can put straight from the freezer to the oven, was why not have a green smoothie? What's wrong with having a green smoothie for dinner? You can have the spinach already steamed and chopped up in a portion in the freezer. So you can put that in your blender, plus your serve of fruit, and then just add your serve of healthy fat. So an avocado, or nuts and seeds, or some coconut milk. So just some ideas to help you continue on with your journey and finding ways that you can nourish your body with real food and move away from the addictive cycle of cravings, constant hunger, and yo-yo dieting. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below if any of these ideas are something that you might be able to incorporate into your life. See you next week. Bye.